Okay, princess. That's it. The fairy tale is over. Welcome to real life.
Hello, Internet. I'm called Matt. And yes, today I'm talking about princesses. But if we're doing this my way. With Schwarzenegger and Macho Man Randy Savage. Because there's nothing heterosexual males like me like more than buff dudes showing off their muscles. Yeah. And before we begin, since it may be a problem, full disclosure, I'm a white male. Shocking, I know. I may not be the expert on discrimination, but I am wearing an Andrew WK shirt, which does make me the expert at empowering people. Plus, I'm smart enough to know when you empower women, you get cool stuff like Point Break, American Psycho, and, to a severely lesser extent, Punisher Warzone. And yes, I'm sure people will still question if I should even do this episode, but frankly, I think there's a lot that needs to be said that hasn't been said. So with that out of the way, princesses. Really, I almost wish we could do away with the princess mythology altogether. It's so basic and overdone. How do we make a female character more effeminate? Make her a princess. Even if there's no reason plot-wise to make her royalty. Even if her parents are missing, technically making her the queen. Nope, still princess. Come on, where's the queen?
I've been singing with my band, cross the wire, across the land. I've seen every blue-eyed floozy on the way.
What? I just said I only listen to empowering music. Hilarious puns aside, we never see queens in films. And when we do, they're secondary mother figures or evil. Partial credit to Frozen for making one of them almost the queen. Only to have her then become almost the bad guy. Can't stray too far from form. Surprisingly, the one to actually make the stretch is Star Wars Episode 1. What? Oh, come on. Sure, it makes no sense, since Leia clearly didn't inherit the throne from her. And I think they elected the queen. I'm American, but I'm like 90% sure that's not how that works. But all that stuff only applies to people who misuse princesses. What about straight up Disney stuff? I wish that's what I was referring to. Yeah, Disney princesses come under a lot of fire for being misogynistic, but no one ever talks about what makes them really misogynistic. People say a lot of, oh, they don't do anything and just wait for a man to come save them. But name one princess who actually does nothing all movie and just waits for a man. Okay, besides Sleeping Beauty. None of them. They all do stuff. Now you could point to older films like Snow White or Cinderella and say they're just doing housework or being a mother. It's reflective of the sexism of the time. To which I say, have you ever done housework? That shit's not easy. And yeah, it goes without saying that it's sexist to tell women that all they're good for is housework. But it's a weird, sexist, sort of backhanded compliment almost. All you're good for is really hard work that I'm going to be extremely appreciative of. Thanks, Mom. Okay, so those may be moderately misogynistic in that regard, but that was just the prevailing sexism of the day. And even if she spent most of the movie doing housework, I still think Cinderella comes off as kind of strong. She constantly fights back against what she's told. In fact, the whole plot revolves around her deliberately disobeying her oppressive stepmother. Now, she's no warrior or anything, but we can't all be the bride from Kill Bill, right? Wrong. All females in movies should carry katanas and kill an army of ninjas. Ow! Alright, fine, I'll quit talking about action movies. No, what makes these films, most princess films really, so misogynistic isn't all that stuff. It's the princes. Yeah, no one ever talks about them. You know why? 'Cause they're the ones that never do anything. Before I started making this episode, I didn't even know Sleeping Beauty's prince had a name. It's Prince Philip, apparently. Also, Snow White's prince is just named the Prince. Yeah, real creative there, Walt. This man was a genius. Why couldn't he come up with a better name than Prince? People say these films teach girls that a man will make them happy, but it's even worse than that. They teach girls all they want is some good-looking, well-groomed rich dude who's only there to save them. They don't want to challenge girls, they just want their happy ending out of the way. In more male-oriented films, while the girl may be bland arm candy, at least they usually have to fight for them a little. But not here. Do nothing, a guy will show up and marry you. I never really thought much of my favorite princess movie. I was too busy thinking about things like my favorite movie gun. I really like Judge Dredd's multi-gun, but I feel like maybe that counts as more of a comic book gun, and... Ow! Sorry. All things considered, it's easily Beauty and the Beast. It's the only movie where the romance feels at all natural. Plus, Belle is by far the smartest and most independent of all the princesses. What? Yeah, I said it. Get out of here. Man. Anyways, that's all I have to say on princesses. Be sure to tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, and be sure to share this video with all your friends. Especially whoever you think's gonna get most offended by this. I really hope it's men's rights activists, but man, those Tumblr people are a fickle lot. Anyways, I'm gonna go listen to metal about Arnold Schwarzenegger. I used to think the best thing about Austrian Death Machine was that they were an Arnold Schwarzenegger themed metal band. But no, the best thing is that there's 2 Arnold Schwarzenegger themed metal bands.